Hello, students! Yay! Okay, so today we're talking about the skeletal system. We're into our body structure and function.
Yeah, anatomy, physiology stuff.
Yay, fun. So we're going to start with the bones. We're going to start on the inside of the body, and we're going to work our way out. So our very last unit or section will be on skin. So the thing that holds it all together. So that's the way that we're going to do this. So open to your first page. You should be on page 87. We're going to deal with the skeleton on page 88 when you're in class. But for 87, so working through the PowerPoint, for the whole function of the entire skeletal system, it's to provide frame and support to the body. So it gives us frame and support to stand up and even just move around and all that good stuff. And there's three main parts to all of this that make up the whole skeletal system: cartilage, bones, and connective tissue.
Bones.
Oh,
connective
tissue. Yeah. I'm gonna get there. So cartilage is the thing that it's flexible. Are we gonna go over this? We're gonna have cartilage. So cartilage is things that it's movable, but it's still really stiff. Things like your nose and your ears. Can I help demonstrate? Your ears, they can move around, but you can't break them. You can break your nose though. But it's still,
the skull.
Oh, the skull underneath it? Okay, that makes more sense. But the cartilage itself can be moved around, but it's not as hard as bone. And then the bones that are making up the structure of your body, and then all the connective tissue, which we're going to get to at the very end of all this. But it's those three main things that make up the whole system. Yep. So,
okay,
next slide.
So, and we won't spend very long on this next slide. Yeah. Like we were saying, firm tissue, but it's still got a lot of flexibility to it, your nose and your ears.
That makes sense. Yep. Okay.
All right, now you have all these different types of bones in your body. And the first main one is long bones. Mm-hmm. So long bones are long bones. They are the big movers of your body. So these long bones.
Leg. Oh, show my leg.
I know. So if you look at the diagram here, so it's your arms and your legs, and it's these big long bones.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And we'll go over this in class too with our diagram, but yeah.
Okay, now the next type, maybe.
Oh.
No?
Oh, there we go.
Short bones. Short bones are mostly the little bones that are found in your hands and your feet. So they often are as wide as they are long, and they give a lot of flexibility in your hands and your feet. So that's short bones.
Mm-hmm.
Irregular bones, irregular bones have an irregular shape. And the best way, when you think of an irregular bone, think about vertebrae. So all of these vertebrae that are in your neck and that are connected to your ribs are irregular bones. Another big irregular bone, which is also technically a vertebrae, is your hips, your hip bones. Their big job is to protect your spinal cord. So that's the big thing there.
If it's slow or if it doesn't like it.
Okay. Flat bones protect your vital organs. So the most common flat bone is your skull, and it's protecting your brain. So these are relatively thin and flat and usually fused together. So it makes your skull, it makes the front of your ribs, it's protecting your heart and your lungs and all of that, as well as your shoulder blades. So that's your flat bones. And connective tissues. Okay, keep this really simple. Tendons connect bone to muscle, and ligaments connect bone to bone. So your Achilles tendon is a connection between your ankle bone and your calf muscle. So tendons, ligaments, those connective tissues. And last thing is the different types of joints. Mm-hmm. So joints are connections between bones, and they're held together with ligaments, like we just said, bone to bone. Now, the three main types of joints that we want you to focus on: first, hinge. like a door, like open, shut. Yeah, exactly. Hinge, open, close. Ball and socket has less restriction. Like we're restricted to this movement, but for a ball and socket, we can go all the way around, moving forward, back, this whole range of motion.
Like 360-degree motion.
Exactly.
Like every direction.
Every direction. Possible. And then the last one we want you to focus on is gliding, and this is mostly in your hands and your feet, where the bones are sliding past one another. This is just what makes your hand flexible.
Yeah, you can like almost fold it, but it's not
right
like
when you're putting your bracelets
right?
on. Right?
Yeah. They slide past each other. Yeah. Okay.
The other really common gliding is your neck and your back. When you like turn or you turn your head, the bones are gliding past one another. Okay. All right, guys. Well, we'll be excited to see you in class. Yeah. Got some fun stuff coming.
Yay!
Turn on.
Go bye.